What's up, Herbs? Earlier today I had a user called, I think it was Crypto Sweeney. He had a couple of questions about the RLZ. So I figured I'd do a quick tutorial type of video for you guys explaining what the RLZ is and how I'm using it in my analysis. So the RLZ is short for reload zone, and it's the area between the 618 and the 718 Fibonacci retracement level. So it's an area where bots and algos like to play off, where big players, smart money, like to reload their bags for a potential reversal, hence the reload zone. So let me show you guys how to actually draw the fibs on the chart to find the reload zone. So in the trading view, you select to the left up here, you select this one, and you will have your fib retracement tool right here. So let's start off by using the default drawing template. I want to find the reload zone of our latest bull run in 2018. So I select the magnet tool, draw the fib from this low down here to the high up here. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong settings. Let's use this one, right? And let's extend this one to the right a bit. So as you can see, we have the reload zone right here between the 618 and the 786 area right here. So I got my fib tool to I have a template here that shows only the reload zone, and if you pause the video here, you can just copy my settings and create your own template by setting all the settings, all the levels here, and then pressing save as and save it as whatever. So interestingly enough, on the BTC USD chart on Bitstamp, you will see that the midpoint of the RLZ, the 0.702 level, comes in right on this very important historic support and resistance area right here. So let's mark it out as a green box here. So it's not perfect, but somewhere in this area, right? So you notice that you have the price action here reacting to this level as support, breaking it, and breaking above, testing it right here, support, and this support level right here is actually right in the middle of the RLZ. So the BTC USD chart is a good example of how price usually reacts to the RLZ. So looking at this chart right here, if you bought the middle of the RLZ, you would have been in a winning position now with about 40% profit. So just blindly buying the RLZ on the BTC USD chart is obviously a pretty profitable thing to do. But so obviously I don't trade using only the RLZ. First of all, what I do is I look at the high time frame chart, like the monthly or the weekly. I look for where the RLZ is, and then I look for confluences between other indicators or price action techniques, order blocks, moving averages, support and resistance, all that kind of stuff. So there's different ways to actually trade the RLZ. One way is to put a couple of orders. If price is retracing down towards the RLZ, you can just place bids inside this area with a stop below in anticipation of a bounce and a possible reversal. So the way I like to trade the RLZ is I try to find all coins that are in its high time frame reload zone, and I zoom into the lower time frames and I look for a bullish break in market structure on the lower time frames. Like, so let's say you look at the weekly and you see price action like this, you zoom in and you see you have a double bottom formation with the midpoint of the RLZ used as resistance, or the neckline of the W. You then see a breakout, and obviously you want to buy the retest of the breakout level that confluent with the midpoint of the RLZ. This is like the perfect setup, right? If you have the confluent with the midpoint of the RLZ being used as resistance, you have a break upwards, and you buy the retest in anticipation of a high time frame reversal. Or you could just, buy the bounce here, first target up here, and save the rest for much higher prices. So here's a quick example of how powerful a bounce in the RLZ can be. So let's look at the ENG BTC. Select the fib tool, use this low down here to this high up here. And as you can see, price came down and touched the midpoint of the RLZ perfectly before it bounced up for above 20% move. And if you put on the moving averages, you will notice that the RLZ is confluent with the white 200 simple moving average on the daily. So we got some nice confluence with the moving average, and obviously the RLZ is also confluent with this accumulation area before the breakout level. So the RLZ is actually pretty much at the breakout level, confluent with the 200 SMA, and yeah, so this is a pretty good setup. Like if you see this kind of price action where price comes back down to test the RLZ, it would be wise to just put a couple of bids in here. And here's another example on WeChain, that BTC. So as you can see here, marking out the RLZ using this low down here to the high up here, you'll notice that the 200 simple moving average comes in right in the middle of the RLZ, and as you can see, price has now bounced off the top of the RLZ. So yeah, also a pretty good example. If price retraced back down here, I'm definitely going to place some bids down here in anticipation of bounce and continuation. And here's another example on ENG BTC, Enigma. You see the RLZ right here using this low down here to the high up here. RLZ is down here, confluent with the white 200 simple moving average right in the middle here. So what I'd like to see is either a move like maybe you'll form a double bottom here, like a W and a breakout along the retest, or price comes down and tests this level like this. Going back to the BTC USD chart, looking at the RLZ and this nice bounce here, it's looking very nice actually. And if we can get above this white 200 simple moving average on a daily, I'd say that this RLZ right here kinda timed the bottom very well. So if you would have bought the midpoint of the RLZ here on this move down, you would have been very profitable now. So with that in mind, we're still in a weekly downtrend. So I'd like to, first of all, we gotta close above the, well, a bounce off the 21 EMA on the weekly, so that's a check, right? So next thing I want to see is a daily close above the 200 simple, this white line. But to break the bearish market structure on the weekly, we need to see a close above this area right here. So if we start trading above here, we have a confirmed reversal, I would say, and we will probably see much higher prices on Bitcoin in 2020. So yeah, a good example of how powerful the RLZ can be. So I would recommend you put on your pull up your favorite shitcoin chart, look at where the RLZ is, and see how price reacts to the RLZ. And if you find an altcoin that's in its high time frame RLZ, zoom into the lower time frames and look for bullish market structure. And yeah, that's it. So that's how I used the RLZ in my analysis. Hopefully this video was entertaining, I guess, useful or whatever. If you guys like my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel, liking the video, or whatever. If you have any questions about the RLZ or any other of my techniques I use on the charts, just ask me in the Nest Club chat and I happily make a new video for you guys. So yeah, take care guys and have a great weekend, have a great Friday, and be safe out there. Use stop losses and all that fun stuff. Take care.